Guess who's back? Back again. Bundesliga. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Oh, God. I can't wait to do that.
Bundesliga, you created some monsters. Welcome back to the Footy Fetish Show, where the fetish is real, the footy is back, and it's soccer.
Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, folks of all ages, welcome back. We are excited about this one. This could be a very brief episode that is going to touch on one thing. It's going to be some Bundesliga now. It's back in action. To help me do that, though, I'm going to need some friends. Help me do it. We got a good friend with us here today. First of all, it's the future coach of the U.S. men's national team, Ocho. How have you been throughout this quarantine situation within at least this week? How have you been?
Been all right. You know, hanging in there, doing a lot of work. Acai is selling like crazy. Not really, but we're selling. So
what is that acai company that you're telling
Thank
me?
you. Shameless plug. Nova Acai. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Not yet a YouTube. We'll get there. I'm going to do some videos on YouTube. But it is at Nova, N-O-V-A-A-C-A-I-S-T-O-R-E. Nova Acai Store. Send us a message. Free deliveries in the greater New Orleans area. It's delicious. Guaranteed you will love it.
Greater New Orleans area, he will deliver those himself to you.
You'll get to see me.
You'll see a smiling face.
Probably wearing a soccer jersey.
Probably wearing a soccer jersey. That's all he wears, ladies and gentlemen. I promise. Even his polos are soccer jerseys.
That's true.
It's beautiful stuff.
And he will play soccer with your kids when he delivers them.
100%. I have soccer balls and nets. If only someone had some photos of me doing that. Well, they're on the internet. I will. If you have a kid and they know how to play soccer, we're playing in the front yard. Just saying.
It happened to somebody that we know. You know, if we only had like a Bundesliga pundit to come on and
For the Bundesliga episode?
for the Bundesliga episode,
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Did he play with your kids in the front yard? Sounds like a huge thing to do.
He did. And actually, he talked me into not only buying some acai, but also talked me into buying a soccer goal.
You
got
to have a goal.
Which, part two, the follow-up to this story, so she spent the entire week waiting for it to come in the mail.
What?
So jazzed, played with it for 5 minutes. Stop playing with it.
Well, you know what it is. Do you remember what I did every time she scored? I went crazy.
He has a theory. He told me this theory.
You have to make scoring goals the best thing
Oh, we did. The
ever.
5 minutes that she played, I got the hose out.
Oh.
Because it was really hot outside.
Got the hose.
And she would score, and then like I would just like pretend like it was a sprinkler, and she would be doing the go, run around the yard. She had a blast. It was, but you know,
5 minutes and
when Dad's interested in something, then she can't be interested.
Okay,
in
so
it.
now what you got to do is you got to kick the ball as hard as you can
in
at
her
that
gut.
net. At the
He's
All
hosing.
right, Liz. All right, get in goal. Get in goal. Let me show you to take a shot.
Folks, I'm just kidding.
Yes, we got that.
He's hosing little children and shooting balls at their face.
Whoa! I didn't have it on jet. I had it on shower.
All right, okay. Guess what, bish? You know, it's like right at their face. Well, it's good that you've been.
I said upper 90.
So Bundesliga coach over here has been coaching his ass off with the kids, so that's good.
Well,
9.
Oh man, he's blitzing.
That was some shiza right there.
Oh man. Make sure when she scores the hat trick that you use the German 3. Because there's going to be some serious fucking trouble if you don't. Falcon. Ah! Call myself.
Hey, we're working on it.
We're working on cursing, folks.
Speaking of which, what would make you want to practice not cursing, Booty?
Something's coming up on Monday that we're going to be doing, folks. Oh!
Whoa.
Check it out. It's going to be live coming at you like right in the face, like balls in the face. Hugh, tell me about it.
All right, so this is going to be a lot of fun. For any of those people out there listening who are from New Orleans, the venue and bar and club, the Republic on Chapatulas, has actually transformed their venue into a live studio set to where DJs and bands will go there and almost perform live for their video stream. So one of their employees / producers is a really good friend of ours, and he's going to be on the podcast. And it just hit him while we were working on the script for the podcast. Hey, wouldn't you guys want to come on our set and record a podcast live? And we were like, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So he invited us down there. We went, walked around, and I mean, it was so much to take in. I was walking around with like just kid in the candy store eyes, like, oh my God, we got to do this.
I was quiet for once. You know.
Yeah. We were both just like, hey, look, oh my God, look at this, like elbowing each other. Finally got to sitting down.
He kept looking at it. He just goes, bro, right? And I was like,
I'm just picturing.
It was
Night
also,
at the Roxbury.
oh
yeah, very much so.
It was. I'm
Like
like,
somebody
man.
be like, hey, can you help me out? Me? Him?
Yeah,
him,
him,
right?
yeah.
Him, me? Oh, me? You
need
want me?
drinks? We're going on stage. Us? Yeah. What?
Oh man.
Well, we're gonna have we're basically gonna be like a DJ stage here, folks. This is an old nightclub that's basically been transformed into a thing of beauty, a thing of footy and fetish. That's what it's gonna be on Monday night.
Yeah, and you know what's cool? I'm just remembering, we're going to have LED screens behind us.
Yep.
We're going to have graphics. We're going to have videos. It's going to be great. And the episode's going to be on, we're going to start this new segment where we break down positions. It's going to be on the center defensive mid. We'll be talking about past, present, future center defensive mids. And our guest, Christian Guerra, is going to be helping us break down that position. It's going to be a lot of fun. Very excited. If you were a longtime soccer fan, you appreciate center defensive mids. But if you're a brand new soccer fan, and we're looking at all those young fans out there, this is a position where when you watch, you really get to see the game broken down.
They set the pace.
They set the pace. And one of my favorite analogies to give young players is in Brazil, they call this position volante, which translates to steering wheel, because they literally steer the offense.
Yep.
So that's going to be very fun. That'll be Monday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be posting our links on Instagram, Facebook. It will be streaming through the Republic NOLA Facebook channel. And for any sponsors out there, if you're interested, they have 35,000 followers. So there's an opportunity to get some really good eyes on your sponsor if you're interested. We'll be putting some information in our social media channels if you want to contact us.
It'll be brought to you by Chop Media.
Chop
by the
Media.
way.
Chop Productions.
Chop Productions.
Chop
Excuse me.
Productions,
Chop
yeah.
Productions. So
That's exciting. We had to get that in. It's just
I'm a little excited. We were supposed to do it last Monday, folks.
yesterday.
It got pushed back, which I'm kind of excited about because I need a little bit more time.
Yeah, we were going to rush into that. We had everything ready, I believe. I think we were going to have a really good set, but we would have been rushed.
I believe we'll have a good set. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, while we're waiting for that,
What's coming up this weekend?
it's
God.
back. It's back. It's back.
It's
It's
back.
back. It's back. It's back.
Yes.
News. Bundesliga's back, folks.
Bundesliga's back.
So, without further ado,
Freddie Adu?
Freddie Adu, who works at Walmart now.
Pushing carts.
Poor guy.
Stocking 7-Up. Wouldn't that be ironic?
Oh, man.
Wow.
Well, yeah. Sierra Mist, right? Sierra Mist. There's Sierra Mist. Oh, my God.
I used to sponsor these.
Oh, man.
He's like telling little kids while they're walking down the aisle. He's like, hey, you want to know about this commercial I was in?
I
Like,
know
okay.
about this stuff. It's great. Yellow 5s in there and red 40. Oh, man. Poor Freddie. Sorry,
I
Freddie.
really do. What is he up to? Anyone know?
He's trying to coach, I think. He's trying to coach. Hey, man, do your thing.
That's what he spent his life doing.
Yeah, he basically
Might as
did.
well stay in there.
In a way. Well, I'd rather speak about somebody other than Freddie Adu. I think I got somebody we can talk about. How about the current standings of the Bundesliga situation? Russ, take us away with where they're at. Let's go top 5 right now. Obviously, in my opinion, I think everybody can agree here. After the top 5, it gets a little slippery. And those motherfuckers ain't making Champions League unless Klopp comes to start coaching them. So your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it really is a 5-team race right now.
And would it be?
So you have Bayern Munich up top with 55 points. Borussia Dortmund in the second spot at 51. Leipzig is right behind them at 50 points. Gladbach's at 49 points, and then Bayer Leverkusen at number 5 with 47 points. So we have a very, very tight race.
Yeah, that's 8 points between the top 5 spots. Right. Anything could happen. This is just great. I will point out, since we initially were going to go through the top 5, I just want to point out that 6th place spot for Europa, that is also very tight. The number 1 team is 37, and you go all the way down to, we'll go to 13. We'll go to 14. FC Augsburg, they're at 27. So that's a 10-point race between 8 teams. That is and that 6th place spot is very special for a lot of these teams.
And the 6th place spot being FC Schalke.
That's right. Thank you. 37.
Followed by Wolfsburg. Followed by Sport Club Freiburg.
Freiburg.
1899 Hoffenheim. Great name. FC Cologne. And then you have Union Berlin right behind them. Frankfurt behind them. Hertha Berlin. Augsburg. All those teams are within a few points of each other. Get your Google on. Check it out. Pull it up. Shit.
Yeah, I might as well. We're about to be watching Bundesliga for a couple of weeks.
You know what? Yeah. I'll throw a Bundesliga table on the Instagram for us.
Love that.
I think, right before we get started.
And I got a help plug for Fox, but Fox Soccer is where you can watch Bundesliga.
Fox Cox.
If you got a Fox channel, if you got a Cox account,
it won't be on the regular Fox channel. It'll be on their
FS1.
Fox Sports Go.
Yeah. It'll be on those. I believe they do a fairly decent job of airing the best games every week.
Yes, definitely.
But looking ahead, Bundesliga will be going to ESPN next year, which I'm super excited about.
That's beautiful. Is it going to be Plus or is it going to be
ESPN Plus?
Cool.
That was a smart
idea.
But
we saw the success different sport, but the success that UFC had going from Fox Sports to ESPN Plus. And I'm hoping that they kind of follow that same success.
It's there.
It's great exposure.
Yeah, you have it.
ESPN just knows how to promote sports.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be great because you could just. Oh, it's gonna be really just. Oh man, I'm a geek out because you can go from Serie A to Bundesliga.
Oh yeah.
Oh
like,
god.
Oh
man.
Now is a time to get into soccer right now, especially this weekend with Bundesliga coming back.
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic.
It's gonna be fun. So, Russ, can you go into the schedule for us? What's going on this weekend?
So this weekend, I would say you have some decent games. The Dortmund-Schalke game, that's the River Derby, they call it.
River Derby?
I might be mispronouncing that.
A German word.
Yes. But those games get very, very chippy. They're just bitter rivals. I would kind of argue that they're even bigger rivals than Dortmund and Bayern. So I would definitely tune into that. You have Leipzig versus Freiburg.
Oh, wait. Before you get into that, I'm sorry. I got to pull this back. 2 really promising American players. Hopefully we'll be going head-to-head here. Gio Reyna and Weston McKennie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I can't believe I just thought of that. I'm fucking
Yes.
pumped now.
Yeah. That's what I'm watching.
We got to post those photos.
Okay.
We got to post a Weston McKennie, Gio Reyna.
Little split screen.
Holy shit. It makes you think that they set that up.
Wes got a great haircut right now.
He does. Wes has got a good haircut. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go
I just
ahead.
had to get that out.
Beautiful thing.
You have Leipzig versus Freiburg. I think Leipzig should win that. But here's the thing, going into this first weekend, especially this first weekend, do yourself a favor. I cannot stress this enough. Tune in. It's going to be a crazy weekend in the Bundesliga. Just teams, everybody's in the same situation right now where they're just getting their feet wet. They're trying to get back on schedule. And actually, the Bundesliga has, per game, the most goals scored in Europe.
I remember you telling me that.
All European leagues.
I saw that too.
And I don't think that goals are going to be scarce this weekend.
No.
Yeah, especially because when goals are low, that means that either teams are not getting enough chances to score goals, or 2, defenses are doing a very good job. And I can tell you right now, if we were to look at the two, defenses need more time. They need more chemistry to be able to build that very strong front. It's easier for an attack to break down a low chemistry defense than a low chemistry defense to stop a bad attack
offense.
or a high chemistry offense.
Yep.
I feel like you're actually spot on. We are going to see defenses break down from lack of practice, from lack of chemistry, and it's just going to take that one special individual to find that 1v1 opportunity, and he's going to put it away. This is exciting, man. I'm fucking
And traditionally, Bundesliga, they're a league that most of the teams, they like to press, they like offensive chances, and especially I know quite a few Bundesliga stars have come out and said, hey, look, the world's eyes are on us this weekend.
Yeah.
When we come back, everybody's looking at us, and I do think you're going to see some of the bright stars in the Bundesliga really shine.
You're gonna see the stars. You're gonna want to. They're gonna want them to score a lot of goals.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So that's gonna be fun.
definitely.
So moving along, we have Frankfurt versus Gladbach, and then Union Berlin versus Bayern Munich, and then on Monday we have Werder Bremen versus Leverkusen.
When was that Bayern Munich game?
Oh, that's on Sunday. Sorry.
Sunday. Okay.
Sunday. So you can watch Bayern Munich on Sunday. They're, say what you want about them, they're always fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Oh,
me
man.
being someone who's kind of removed from Bundesliga, I don't really know the ins and outs as well as you do, Russ. But you've kind of informed me that Bayern, amongst Germans, while they have kind of helped bail teams out, they're seen as, what did you call them, Hollywood?
Hollywood FC
There you go.
is what they're referred to quite a bit.
So LA Galaxy.
I would say the American version of this, if you're going to another sports, they're like their Lakers or their Yankees, their
Gotcha.
Cowboys.
Gotcha.
It's that
Everybody likes to hate 'em.
eye roll, like, oh, here we go. All the attention needs to be on them.
Right.
Yep.
You know what?
Yep.
They're a very well-run team. You don't get that far in Champions League every year. You don't win the
100%.
Bundesliga
100%.
every year without being a well-run organization. They're just a little dramatic.
I.e. the name Hollywood.
Yeah, right.
It's got to have drama.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would be boring. I kind of want to break down before we kind of end there. I really want to go into some previous formations that some of these teams are running. And right now, I think Booty can agree with me. The hottest team in Bundesliga, RB Leipzig.
RB Leipzig.
They have been catching a lot of eyes, especially in Champions League. They just knocked out Tottenham. Looking back to their last game, they played Wolfsburg, and it was 0-0. But I'm looking at this formation.
What is it? A
3-1-4-2. And there's not. I'm looking for the big name players, and the only one I can see
It's Upamecano.
is Upamecano.
Shout out to Mike.
Shout out to Mike. Free Upamecano to Arsenal.
And
By the way,
he's not going to Arsenal. By the way,
I've been following that. It's a $60 million release clause,
Yeah.
and it looks like Bayern's going to unlock it.
Oh, really?
Oh,
that's the rumors. We don't know, but you got to love rumors, right? So with that being said,
Sorry, Arsenal.
Are they
Mike.
finally giving Boateng the boot?
I don't know, but they just need center backs.
Yeah.
We've been saying it all season.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And when you have to put Javi Martinez, David Alaba as a center back, whew, you're reaching.
Yeah.
Granted, David Alaba has
Rough
filled
day
in.
for Manuel Neuer.
Yeah. Jeez. They're probably wishing they had kept Hummels.
Yep.
Speaking of Hummels, I think we're gonna just. I don't know what to expect from RB Leipzig here.
So here's the thing that it's one of the few storylines that I've noticed during this whole quarantine thing is Timo Werner's doing this thing through various channels where he's flirting a lot with Liverpool.
Yep.
And Jurgen Klopp's kind of said, like, yeah, I don't know what our finances look like after this. Like, if we can afford you, we'll take a look at you, but I just don't know. And then, Timo Werner comes back again, and he's like, I just really think I would fit well in Liverpool. And Klopp's like, Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah, me too. I think so
Yeah.
too. I just don't know what our books look like. That's not my call.
I keep hearing that's a problem too. Like they
I
don't
love
wanna
my
spend
own
that money.
private island. I just
Yeah.
don't know if I can afford it right,
Right.
now.
You're German, I'm German. I'm sure this would be a great partnership, but I just
fun.
don't know.
I really don't know if that would work. I mean, he usually
don't think
needs
it would, to
he
be
needs a
honest.
running mate, and I don't know. I mean, I was telling Booty this. Is Timo Werner? I mean, I like Timo Werner as much as the next guy, but is he a guy that you change your whole formation for?
No.
I don't
Definitely
think,
not.
I don't think so.
Just-
either.
It's a little weird, and I don't know. It's even gotten to the point where I'm like, I wonder where his teammates at Leipzig
about that.
are thinking about this. Like, are they like,
Yeah.
He knows he's on the way out. And
yeah,
I
and
think
everybody's known that, but it's one thing to know that and then like see it actually unfolding and like him trying to butt his way into another league in another club, and then you come back and you're in the middle of this title race and you're like, all right, bro, like,
Yeah, where's your
handle it.
focus?
are you
Right.
really? Do you
Where's
really
your
want to play
focus?
next to me?
Yeah, and I mean, looking into that, they're only 5 points behind first place.
Right.
It's totally reachable. So,
And Bayern and Dortmund play each other later on this month.
really,
I think the last weekend of May, if I'm not mistaken.
we're looking up the schedule right now. Dang, Google, you're letting me down. They used to have the schedule just like right there.
It's quarantined.
The Google.
The goo.
Well, we'll look into that later. I don't have the time to go dig.
Yeah, I want to say it's. I forget.
It's all right. They're going to play each other. Leipzig's probably going to play Bayern. They're probably going to play Dortmund. Dortmund's probably going
At
to
least
play
one more
Bayern.
time
They're going to be
each.
playing each other. Not to mention, I'm sure Mönchengladbach is going to get some games in there as well. So there's plenty of opportunity for Dortmund to slip 5 points, and it's not 5. Bayern to slip 5 points, and Dortmund just to slip 1. You just need 1 point to get second place.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah.
Right. And another thing I want people to keep an eye on is the Bundesliga, I guess, Golden Boot Award. So I guess that's
Yeah,
what they call
Golden Boot, sure.
the most goals. That's actually a tighter race than usual.
Yeah.
Pretty much everybody can guess who's number one right now.
Well, Timo.
I was going to guess. Let me think about this.
Oh,
I mean, the guy
Oh,
that's
Lee
won it.
Wa-
Louis, yeah.
Yeah,
Louis.
But
Yeah.
Timo's only 4 goals behind him right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
With 21. So Lewandowski has 25 goals scored, and Timo is at 21 goals scored.
Interesting.
Sancho.
So that's actually, and then Sancho is down in third at 14. So he's not.
Yeah,
But Sancho has 14 goals and
shit.
15 assists.
Yeah, if we look at total production as far as goals and assists, and this is another discussion for another day, but I believe assists are just as important as goals.
I think so too.
So if we were to add together goals and assists, Jordan Sancho has actually got much more of an influence here.
Mhm.
Lewandowski's got 25 goals, 3 assists, 28 total. Timo's got 21 goals, 7 assists, 28 total. Sancho, 14 goals, 15 assists, 29 total. So technically, in my book, in my eyes, and as well as fantasy, he's leading the race here.
I would say
He's
so.
a more influential player.
I would say so.
Yep.
And that's really interesting because Lewandowski and Werner are both playing a typical number 9 striker position,
Mhm.
while Sancho's out on the wing. So to get that kind of result from the wing says a lot about him as a
And
player.
with the acquisition of Haaland, it just seems like they have that he's really setting up Haaland right there in that number 9 spot. So those assist numbers are going to go up. And then
what
Sancho,
a player
yeah,
to have right
right.
next to you.
So I think there are a lot of storylines in Bundesliga right now. Not just the fact that, hey, this is all we got right now.
Yeah.
No, I like how you mentioned that, the storylines.
There's a lot of, this is the
We already
best the
touched on a few
Bundesliga
already,
has
yeah.
been
Yeah.
in quite a few years. You have young players galore.
Yep. Lots
I-
of American guys too.
Yeah, that's another thing. I'm really excited about, and we've talked about this on other episodes. A lot of young Americans are going to Bundesliga.
Yep.
Right. Another one, Tyler Adams.
No. Yep.
Are we going to see him?
I hope so.
Are we going to see him for our RB Leipzig?
That'd
Man,
be
I would
fun.
love that.
Right?
That'd be
I
fun.
would
I mean,
fucking
they do.
love it.
I think they are doing the. I cannot remember if they're instituting the 5-player sub.
Whoa.
I know. Last I heard that they were discussing it, but they had some arguments against that, saying.
Are you saying you have to roll in 5 players, or you have the
You
ability?
have the option to do
but
the 5
the
player, yeah.
opposition has been saying, well, I mean, I don't think 5 subs are needed. It's just teams would just look to that, just use that to stall, which is a fair argument.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
I think last I heard,
Absolutely not.
Bundesliga was actually against it, but I think you're gonna start seeing some hammies start hurting. Some lower leg injuries.
Neymar will definitely take advantage of that.
But I say
Was it
Carnival's
Mardi Gras?
gonna
No.
happen. Carnival's gonna happen.
You know what's funny? That made me immediately think about adding substitutions, and it made me think about the whole head injury, must leave the field. Do you sub that player, or do you play down a man? And we saw it bite Juventus in the ass when Matthias de Ligt got hit in the head. They had to sub him off, bandage his head, and within the time frame that he was off the field, the other team scored.
Wide open goal.
Wide open header to someone right where he would have been.
Yeah.
And
In that instance,
right now you have the option.
You don't.
You
Right
don't.
now, so the rule was going to be if there was a head injury, you could replace someone for 10 minutes. This is a proposed rule. You could have someone jump in there for 10 minutes while they assess him. If the player that is getting assessed has to stay out, like if he doesn't pass the concussion protocol, this player can then stay in, and that counts as your sub. But let's say, for instance, you're down 3 subs and you have a head injury. You're like, well, fuck, I want to sub him out.
Right.
Or Folk, I want to sub him out.
Yeah.
Right.
Call you.
Yeah, we got to practice, folks. We're gonna be inviting some of the younger players that I coach. I'm excited. I think I can do it. Christian is a coach with me, so I know he knows how to filter. Booty and I, we've just gotten comfortable cursing, so we're gonna try to make it not explicit so that we can invite younger soccer players, because this is a very influential episode for younger players.
It absolutely is. I think the last thing we said was I would promise to try not to. I will not promise you that I won't curse.
Yeah, right.
Because the minute I say something fucking bad, you're not going to be happy. So I won't promise you that, but I promise you I'll try.
See, I was thinking, and then let's do something fun. Like, if you drop an F-bomb, you got to, get up and run around the stage or something stupid.
Yeah.
Do something goofy.
Say I got to wear
Wear, a sombrero.
I got to wear, a Real Madrid jersey.
You could wear, a muzzle for, 5 seconds. That would be funny.
Oh, muzzle.
Some kind of,
Just,
aren't there sex tools you can wear to, close your mouth or something?
Oh, shit. Yeah,
That'd be fun.
The kids will love dildos.
Oh, yeah, we can't do that. Never mind.
Put a dildo in your mouth.
But anyway, where I was going with the whole substitution thing. That would
5
be
minutes.
fucking weird.
This is what happens when you try to censor.
Yes.
Yeah. Now we've made it worse.
Oh, God.
We're trying to get creative on how to not say the F word, and we're now shoving dildos in our mouth.
Anyway.
Getting the dildos out of our mouths. Let's get moving.
talk about Bayern's last formation.
Well, let me finish the sub. I think it's necessary, especially with all this new information about head injuries. I think you have to allow a team the ability to put someone in and not have it hurt their total number of substitutions, whether they have 1 left or whether they've got none left. They should be able to replace someone onto the field so they don't have to deal with down a man. We saw it at Juve. The announcers were talking about it. This would be a great example of when you could sub in blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that made me think about it when you said 5 subs.
Yeah, that's an interesting predicament. I don't know what the right answer is. I guess
for head injuries, I think you absolutely do this.
You have to.
You think about football. I mean, they make it's mandatory. If you get hit in the head, you have to leave the field and they replace you. Fine. You can come back the next play, but you have to leave the field.
Could that open the door to people faking head injuries and
They'll know.
I
mean, you'll fucking know if somebody gets hit. You'll fucking know. I'll learn. I'm getting there. We're getting there. Talking about football, mate. You start to drop an F-bomb here and there, you know? There's a little Australian and British. Anyway. Looking at Bayern's last game. 2-0 against Augsburg. 4-2-3-1. And not to kind of jump our episode on Monday, but Bayern have been really successful with a double pivot.
Yep.
And the two that they have, Thiago and Kimmich. And Russ, I gotta give you credit here. You and I argued for quite a while in a text group about Kimmich as a right back or a CDM. And I was like, dude, he's a right back through and through. And I still think for Germany, I think he'll probably play right back.
I agreed with you, but it was
But
well,
for
that's
Bayern,
not what they use, how they use them.
I tell you what.
That's he doesn't like playing right back because he doesn't like the comparison to Philip Lahm.
He has been killing it. FIFA has noticed.
Oh,
They have made him an 89. Like in Ultimate Team,
I'd rather.
They've got
I like 69 than number 69 better, but
I mean, it's a lot more fun to do. But as far as a rating, I'm going to take an 89. So
pivot that all day.
give it.
there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't even know what it means, but it sounds fun. Kids. Anyway,
Ask your parents.
ask your parents about that.
So
He's
yeah,
losing his job.
they. I mean,
And the stork comes.
this
it's great.
this appears to be their starting lineup. I will say this player right here, Xerxes. I just signed him.
Xerxes.
I just signed him in career mode. He's been riding the bench, but he's a young player that has a lot of potential.
Well, here's the thing: is he was playing because I'm pretty sure Lewandowski was hurt.
Yes.
Correct.
And Lewandowski
Yes.
doesn't come off the field when he's healthy.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's a great backup. This kid's like 6'3", like 18, 19 years old.
Oh, shit.
He scored his first game that he started when Lou
That's
was
right.
out.
I remember that. We
Talked
talked
about
about that. We did talk about that.
Yep.
And then you look at their subs. Lucas Hernandez. Come on. That's a World Cup winner, guys. Left back.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. Now, I'm interested to see where he goes in. It looks like they subbed out Philippe Coutinho for Lucas Hernandez, which is strange. Maybe they put Davies in Coutinho's spot at the left wing and then put Hernandez at left back. Because Davies, I mean, let's be honest, he might be in the top 3 players on that team right now.
That's my favorite player right now, period. Not just in Bundesliga, just to watch that guy play.
He's so
Champions League, anything.
Bayern has some really, really fun players to watch right now.
Yep.
Sunday, folks.
That man
Yeah.
owns the entire flank when he's in.
Nabry,
Who was
Nabry
he?
puts on a show too.
Yeah.
Nabry's
Nabry's fun
coming
too.
into his own. I
Nabry's
have
fun
a
too.
feeling he will go. I don't think they'll hold on to him. It's either going to be him or Kingsley Coman. One of those
I heard
two.
Coman was
will go.
going. I read something today.
Juventus?
No, it was Barca.
Whoa.
Yeah, I want to say it was Barca.
They
Hold
don't
on.
need him. They don't need him.
They don't know what they need,
Well,
period.
Barcelona.
When
Barcelona's
did they?
like,
When did they?
They're just like,
buy
oh, you're
and
doing
sell
well,
players
buy
out
it. We're
of
buying
need.
you. Like that's what's starting to piss me off with Barca. Like the whole situation is just like, okay, cool. Like you're hot right now, we'll buy you. That's it.
Griezmann?
That's it.
Man, I think, dude, you could have taken that money and done
4 or 5 things with that. money.
incredible things.
Yeah.
Like you need a center back. PK is getting old.
4
what
or
are you
5 parts
doing?
could have been bought with that
Man.
kind of money, but they just have to. It's like they're addicted to just buying whoever's hot.
Yeah.
And then they get pissed when it doesn't work out.
And you know what?
It's weird.
Griezmann at the same time kind of forced that move. I feel like a lot of people kind of hated on him for that.
Yeah.
You're in the same league. You know, it's like someone going from the Red Sox to the Yankees.
Yeah.
Dude, where's your loyalty?
They should just swap him and Neymar, and we'll call it a day. We'll call it a day.
Dang,
that's
bruh.
an even deal.
That is an even deal.
Both of them don't. I'm pretty sure Griezmann don't want to be there anymore. But anyway, we're getting way off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
get way
I
off.
can't find it. I want to say I read it was Barcelona, but who knows? I mean,
He's an exciting player as well. I really,
Bayern does like Nabry. I think
he's German too, right?
Yes.
Keep him.
Yeah.
Coman's French.
You know they like to field the German
Oh
national
my
team
God.
pretty much.
I remember that.
Yeah,
it's-
basically.
I mean, with the exception of Cruz
Yep.
and
Well, I thought so. I watched. You had me watch
That's
that
about
Cruz
it.
documentary,
Cruz was
which
with them for a minute, wasn't he? No?
he was. I think that was another angle
It was a while
that they didn't discuss that I think was definitely possible. Is the fact that he played for Bayern Munich, and then he played with his Bayern Munich teammates on the national team, and he was probably just like, I'd probably like to play with some other people, here and there.
yeah,
I think that might have been a possibility. I think there was some,
especially a club like Real Madrid. Like
Right.
that is a step up.
He obviously made the right decision. I mean,
Oh.
he went on to win.
4
No, he
Champions
didn't.
Leagues.
What are you talking
Four-
about?
what did he win? 5?
Yeah, something
4.
like that.
4 Champions Leagues.
4 Champions League? Is
14.
that including the one in Bayern?
Oh, I don't know.
So
Not
he won 13 in
Jesus.
Bayern, and then he won 14, 15,
14, 16, 17, 18.
18, plus a World Cup
Right.
In one
14,
decade.
14.
in one decade.
Yeah. Like I said, when you really
He
look
did
at
something.
Cruz, not to go on a tangent here, but that
I think it's
documentary.
important. I think he's he has roots in Bundesliga, and this is why I watch Bundesliga. Is you can see these big stars before they really hit that stardom at clubs like Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, yeah.
Yeah, it's you start seeing players
But
develop,
here's the thing.
and that's really fun.
German players, they don't leave Bundesliga as much as other leagues. Like Brazil,
Right.
they're a bunch of sluts.
Yeah.
They can hardly hold on to their players.
Yeah.
They're
Well, I
gone,
mean-
and I know why. It's not to say they aren't. Like England, they hold on to their players.
Right.
I think the Spanish, they love to go around.
Yeah.
There's Spanish in EPL doing well. Sergio Aguero, first one that I think of. Thiago Alcantara in Bayern Munich. Let's go. Italy, Alexis Sanchez. Not that he's from Spain, but he came from the Barcelona system.
Yep.
So unfortunately, I wish Bayern would allow more of their players, or maybe not have that stigma. If you leave the Bundesliga, your chances of playing for Germany are lower. Like, you got to just be an elite athlete. Ozil and Kroos, I can't think of any other players that left the German league and played. I can't think of anything off the top
Michael
of my head.
Ballack back in the day when he
Back in
played
the
for
day, Chelsea. Yeah,
Podolski.
that's right. Podolski, Klose when he was coming to
Klose.
the end.
Yeah.
Serie A.
But Podolski never did take off in a club level.
No,
Really.
he didn't.
No.
he showed up for the World Cup always.
Yeah.
Every
which is-
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time.
Number
I think
10
it was just
jersey.
like a system.
Yeah. It could be. Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be. But anyway, I just pulled up these rumors about Kingsley Coman, and he is attached with plenty. Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man City. Looking like $53 million price tag. Whew. And we never talked about this. Sané going to
Yes.
Bayern.
Yeah.
Do you have any information on that, Russ?
Last I saw, the player and the club agreed, but the club is the clubs are very far apart on the fee.
Maybe they do
Like,
little
I think
little
I
swap
want to
deal?
say it was. Actually, I want to say it was $53 million for Sané, that basically Bayern was trying to do. We'll sell.
It's been a minute too, right?
Coman
They've been talking about it for
$53 million, and we'll
Yeah.
buy Sané for $53 million. And Manchester City was like, whoa, we're in a little bit of financial trouble right now, so
Oh, you don't say.
$800 million will be.
Well, it's unfortunate. Sané is coming back from that ACL tear. It's like you can't really ask for a lot of money because of the player he was.
Well, not just that. So at the end of the day, I think the deal will get done because Bayern and Pep have a very good relationship. The board
And-
Yeah, they've been
Wow.
talking about it for years.
This
I feel
just
like they've been
clicked.
talking about it for years. Like, I feel like they've been talking about this for
it's been
transfer
it's been
windows.
going on since last summer. It almost happened, and then he tore his ACL.
Like him and Pogba.
Like that
Pogba
deal
coming
was.
back to Juve has
No,
been
I can't
him
remember-
and Sané. Like,
I can't remember how much the deal was originally. But then when a player tears his ACL, even in the year 2019, 2020, like, your value is going to decrease.
Yep.
It just is.
It just does.
And Bayern's like, well, why would we pay what we were going to pay when, he's coming off a major surgery? So, of course, there's going to be some negotiating there. I do think the deal will get done. Like I said, Pep and the Bayern board have that great relationship. It's just, they have to play hardball.
Yeah.
I agree.
Of course.
One thing to also keep in mind is that Kingsley Coman went to Bayern when Pep was there. I believe Juve loaned him out to Bayern, and then Bayern eventually bought him. So Pep and Coman, I'm pretty sure Coman bailed Pep out one year when they played against Real Madrid. I'm pretty sure.
Is that when they won the whole thing? Because they had trouble with Real Madrid.
No, because
the year
Pep never
before
won
that?
it. Pep never won it. but-
Yep.
With
Won it.
Bayern.
But there was
Yeah.
one year where I remember Pep brought in Kingsley Coman late, extra time, and I remember being like,
He was
yeah, I remember being
some
like,
crazy shit.
whoa, this kid is electric.
Right. And then he
It's
got
just-
hurt.
It's electric.
after
Was it that game
No,
or just
but, like,
after that game?
He's just one of those players that he's finally coming into his own, but
He's fragile.
yeah,
he'll
he'd
tweak the
get
ankle.
really hot, and then you'd be like, oh, here he comes, and then it's like,
Yep.
just pulled a hammy
Yeah.
or something, just those nagging injuries.
Yep.
But I want to say he's been pretty healthy this year. Or no, he started off
Yeah.
hurt, and then he came back.
He came back and it was like this big deal.
Yeah.
he's exciting. I hope the best for him. Fortunately, he hasn't had anything too serious. I think he's broken a bone in his foot.
Well, that's the thing about
Damn,
you know him,
really?
That's
him
not that bad.
It's not. But
and him
it's just literally the
Gnabry,
worst
like,
thing ever.
They're so much more fun to watch than that Ribery Robin duo that
I
was
don't
there
know.
for years. Now, 10 years ago,
For sure.
But like for the past 7 years, it's like this is getting we need a change, and Bayern finally has that change now.
Well. With all that being said, I'm more excited to see what Russ's favorite game for this weekend is. Russ.
Agreed. What you got, Russ?
What are you feeling like?
It's always
sunny.
It's always sunny
in Dortmund?
Yeah, the Borussia Dortmund versus Schalke game. You're going back to one of the premier Bundesliga rivalries
On May 16th, folks,
on
this
May
Saturday.
16th. Dortmund has potentially a lot of people out. Last I've read, which was just a couple of days ago, Royce is still battling the injury that was keeping him out before all of this pandemic nonsense started. Sancho hurt himself in training. He's doubtful. And Witsel and Can are both doubtful for the game.
And I'm just looking at the comment section. It says, Emre Can, Witsel, and Royce seem to be injured. So that's spot on. It's going to be interesting in this guy's words, without a proper midfield. So I think your three-man back system that we've been seeing finally stick to, he's going to have to get creative here. And
I think he'll probably roll out De Hoot and I know. And Julian Brandt, who I do like. I do like Julian Brandt.
Can he play CDM?
He has before.
Let's check his profile.
He's more of an offensive and an attacker,
like a winger attacker.
Yeah, but I think he can drop back, and he'll probably just play a very basic, just your standard.
He's kind of like a Cruz.
Right.
He can play attacking, defensive.
Yes.
Okay.
I think he's a lot more attacking minded, but he'll probably play somewhere in that midfield and replacing either Can or Witsel, but those are big losses. Of course, you do have your wonder kid up front, Haaland. If Sancho can't go, I'm hoping that the young American Gio Reyna.
Yes,
that's what I'm thinking, man. This is his time to shine.
Having said this, I mean, both of you guys, y'all can remember that I was on the Jadon Sancho train well before most people here in the States. I am bigger on Reyna than I was. I'm bigger on Reyna than I was on Sancho.
Hot take.
Is that only because of his aggressive nature, or do you think he's honestly a better player?
It's because a lot of it is because of his aggressive nature. When you look at the Dortmund squad of, the leaders are Marco Reus, Axel Witsel, guys that are very they're polite gentlemen. And finally we get someone in here. Jadon Sancho is, I'm not saying he's a pushover, but he's not, the most aggressive player on the team. Gio Reyna coming in, and especially, of course, he's going to get those the Pulisic comparisons, being a young American playing for Dortmund. Pulisic is a Robin, and Gio Reyna, from what I have seen, and I'm very adamant of this, Gio Reyna is a Batman. Gio Reyna,
hot take.
You've seen it. You've seen him come on as a super sub, and he goes balls to the wall. He does not give a fuck how old. I'm sorry, folks.
Folk.
Yeah, he does not give a fuck how old he is. He's coming in and he's playing with grown men, and he's
at 18, 19 years old.
He's 17.
Jesus. Oh yeah, there you go.
He's still a child.
He actually just extended with Dortmund, but he has to wait till November to announce it until he turns 18.
You're not allowed to speak until you're 18.
But so Gio Reyna, if you're ever in New Orleans and you need someone to buy you beer, I got you, bro.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, it's not like he doesn't have the skill. his first goal for Dortmund was world class.
He does a lot of off-the-ball stuff. Please look out for that this weekend if you see him play. He does a lot of stuff that in a few years, he's going to be, not only is he going to be good on the ball, he's going to be a very good decoy in all of this. He's picking up the game at a great pace.
You think he's going to be better than Pops and Claudio?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
Man, I never got to watch Claudio. I need to go watch that. What is it?
Well, he was the
2002 World Cup?
He was the Donovan before Donovan. He was our captain. He played the same position, the number 10. He was the Donovan before Donovan. And then the 2002 World Cup is where Donovan came in. And Donovan literally came off the bench that game, scored goals, and they were like, oh, shit.
Well, here's the reason why he's going to be better than his pops. He's in the best system for youth in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no other club
I can see
that develops youth talent like Borussia Dortmund.
Absolutely.
They're a machine. They're an assembly line of young players, especially young wingers.
Dude, I really hope we get to see some Gio versus Wes McKinney. That'd be so fun.
I'm just looking at
I'm
looking at all these photos for Bundesliga restart. McKinney's face
it's
is
McKinney,
all over him.
Yes.
And I just saw one with Reina, and it's like they're trying to appeal to that American audience.
The Germans are not stupid when it comes to marketing. And especially when we go over to ESPN Plus. I mean, you just can see
it's really not hard to folk up.
Yeah,
it's not hard to folk up.
I think I got some Falcon wrestling videos underneath that. I think we should check out later.
I'm trying to find the time for this game, and I've been clicking through listening to y'all. Do you know where the hell is this time?
Yeah, where
it's probably in 11 a.m. Central Standard Time.
It says 2:30. But I'm not sure what. Yeah, I don't know what time zone that is.
I think it's early. It's like super early.
Regardless, I think you had an idea for how to close out this episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. How should I do it?
Didn't you say you wanted to do predictions?
I think we should do some predictions.
Yeah,
He was going to name every score.
Dortmund and Schalke come on at 8:30
in the morning.
In the morning.
Oh, I love those games.
We're doing some eggs, baby.
Fuck yeah,
Egg
grits and coffee for me, man.
Yes. Hugh already said he wants to name every score of these games. So I'm kidding. He hates the scores. If you've been listening to us, you know you've been listening, you footy fetish soldiers.
Don't get
Let's
me
not do
started.
I will not. Here we go. First one. Saturday, May 16th. Dortmund versus Schalke. Who you got, Hugh? With 6 people out on Dortmund. With Schalke, Wes McKinney's going to score 8 million goals. What do you think?
I don't have a dog in this race. No offense, Russ. I think Dortmund's going to suffer here without that midfield.
Yeah.
And I think, for me, they're not going to, like, fall behind, but I don't think they'll win. I'm gonna go with a tie. I'm going to drop my draw. I'm dropping draws, people.
We're gonna mark them down.
Russ, who you got? I think I can probably answer for Russ.
I think Haaland's going to be too much to handle for Schalke.
Haaland. I would love to see McKinney shut that Volker down.
I would too.
I mean, it just I don't think that's going to happen. I think at least I don't think all of those players will be out. I think, if we could at least get Witsel in there,
even like a late sub.
Right. I think they'll be
all right.
I think they'll and another thing is this isn't a game that if you're 50-50, this isn't a game you want to really sit out.
That's true.
Good point.
Yeah, you either in or out.
All right. You want to be a part of this or do you not?
Yeah, Falk can do it. Falk up.
You need to get the Falk in there.
Get the Falk in there. Get on the field.
Booty, who you got?
Man, if McKinney...
You put me down for Schalke, and I said draw. Get the Falk.
Oh my son! Oh my God!
Come on, Mike.
You gave me Chelsea. That time.
I do remember that.
We're even.
We're
now.
even.
You gave me Chelsea one time. And I was like, "What are you doing?"
Booty's never picking Chelsea.
No, never picking Chelsea. Anyway, I have once.
I think he's picked
twice.
Chelsea.
I have once or twice.
Regretted it.
Regretted it. Yeah, of course. I was like, "What the fuck? Y'all failed me again."
Next episode didn't happen.
God.
Didn't work out for him.
Just give Jorginho to Juventus, and I can finally finish talking about Chelsea forever. Anyway, sorry, Matt. Anyway, 3,
2, 1.
If Wes McKinney doesn't have any help, which he won't, I'm gonna go Dortmund.
Dorty.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Dorty.
That works.
Even though I agree with the midfield situation, that's gonna be very tough.
But does Schalke really have anyone that's
Not
worth?
really.
So that's
That's the thing.
These games get weird though.
Yeah, they
the
do.
Rivalry, those get
that's true. That's
It's
a
gonna
very
be
good
4-3
rivalries.
Dortmund.
Yeah.
And actually, I want to say Dortmund's last loss at home in the Bundesliga was against Schalke last year.
Whoa.
Yeah, I
All
want
right.
to say
Whoa, hot take.
And
that
that
it could be a fact check.
just goes back to the rivalry you're saying.
It is. It's just
All right, moving on. RB Leipzig,
There we go.
Freiburg. I'm gonna go RBL. I don't think this
hot
is
take.
I don't think these are hot takes.
Loophole Leipzig. That's what I'm gonna start calling them.
Russ, RBL,
RBL.
Booty.
Freiburg?
Freiburg?
BL.
All right.
I'm gonna tell Billy to bet.
Moving on
Freiburg.
to Frankfurt Mönchengladbach.
Ooh.
I just like saying that name, Mönchengladbach.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go. With the
Mönchengladbach.
I'm gonna go with the Monch. Russ, who you got?
I'll go Frankfurt.
Ooh, Frankfurt. Booty.
I'm gonna go with it. Just I'm gonna try to say it. Mönchengladbach.
That's not bad. It's pretty
You
good.
like that? Like my German?
Monchy.
We're gonna
Now.
they're gonna munch down. Kids, don't ask your parents. Anyway,
You could be munching on some Pop Tarts
yeah,
or
some-
something.
some pizza.
Munching on some popcorn.
some carpet pizza. Yep.
Ew, gross.
Excuse me, carpe. we're trying to improve our French earlier, folks,
Oh God.
and I'm doing a terrible job of it. So maybe I should.
All right. Sunday's game: Bayern Munich, Union Berlin.
Yes, definitely
Bayern. Anybody? Booty.
Bayern by 8-0. I think. Honestly,
No, it's
gonna be
Bayern in the
bad.
Bundesliga. It's going to be 2-1 Bayern with a 89th minute
gonna be
goal
bad.
by Lewandowski.
Do you really
gonna
think
be
they're
an-
not
an-
going to just
they're gonna
pound them away?
blast
Do they
them.
plow anyone away in Bundesliga this year?
I guess not. I don't
Yeah.
know.
What was the game where they gave up? Like they
Oh, that's
started-
right. 6-1. They just stopped last.
Yeah,
10
they
minutes.
stopped, and your boy Lewandowski wasn't even playing. Your boy that we were just talking about, Xerxes, had 2 goals.
You know, they did kind of play better with Xerxes.
That's what I'm
this
saying.
year.
I haven't seen it, but I'd
They're
love
gonna
to see
blow 'em
it.
away.
It's kind of...
Werder Bremen, Leverkusen. I'm gonna go with the Levers. Free Kai Havertz.
Havertz.
Got it.
Havertz is fun to watch.
Forgot about that.
What you got, Russ?
Leverkusen. I like Havertz. I think he's going to pull it through.
He is not easy to buy in FIFA. For all this.
Really,
He is like an
motherfuckers will try and
$80
buy him.
million buy. I offered him
Oh
like
my God.
20, and they just laughed and walked out. Like, damn.
Then Barcelona came in.
20?
Yeah, I was just throwing a number out there to see what they do, and they were like, "We're not even going to discuss this further." Usually, they kind of counter.
Do you
Yeah.
go to Commander's Palace and ask if they have a dollar menu?
Maybe not 20,
great.
right? It was. I just lowballed them,
That's
and they
great.
just walked out. You know?
They do have the dollar margaritas, though, right? Or the martinis.
the 25-cent martini.
That's right. Shit, you make that offer on that day. Oh man, I'm gonna go Levy just because I really enjoy watching them in Champions League. They really hung in as much as they could,
Hey, I like that.
and yeah, I mean, as much as they could.
Not much of a hot take there either.
It's not. It wasn't very. It was a cold take. Started doing
All right. Well,
cold
that
takes.
being said, those are the top 5 teams in the Bundesliga. This has been a lot of fun because, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the studio today.
It was fun to just be here,
It was fun to be here.
to see live people and
The,
speak with
the
them.
person-to-person interaction. We probably spent a half an hour before the show just laughing.
Yes.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
fun.
That
We
was a lot
took
of
3
fun.
takes to get it started.
3 takes. It took us
Took
3
3
takes.
And a break in the middle.
And a break in the middle.
That's
That's
a hot
right.
take.
Can you find the break? We doubt it. We doubt it.
We were working on our French. Hugh was killing it. I was not.
Yeah.
Leverkusen.
Croissant.
Croissant.
Paris.
Croissant. Man, Piotr's going to love us. Oh, man. At this point in time, you know what time it is, folks. It's time to give that shout out to someone that you care about. Anyone in the world. You can care about the soccer person. They don't have to be a soccer person. They could be a nurse. They could be doing this corona shit, deal with stupid shit. It could be somebody who's going through a hard time. It could be somebody who's just fantastic. That just looks great. It could be Brad Pitt if you want. It could be non-soccer related. It could be soccer related. Whatever you wish. Whatever comes to mind first. And we always give it to our guests first. So, Russ, who is your shout out today? Deep breath.
I think my shout out is going to be a tough one. I didn't.
Gio
Reyna.
Give it to Gio.
You know, I'm gonna reiterate my offer. You know, if you're in New Orleans and you need someone to pull a hey mister on someone to buy you some beer, maybe some cigarettes too. I got you, man.
This is the mister right here.
Yeah, I got you.
Let's nail you down for a prediction. Where do you see Gio Reyna as far as a global ranking in the prime of his career?
Oh god.
I know I'm putting you on the spot here.
And let's not follow up. We're gonna leave him where it's at.
So, prime of his career, that would take him to about 10 years from now. Realistically, I'm going to say he'll be in that 9th spot in the world. If he develops correctly, barring any major setbacks. If he gets, a lot of things that are out of his control need to fall his way.
You know what that tells me? 2026 World Cup. That's ours.
2026. It's going to be here.
It's going to be here.
Footy Feta Show will be there,
thing
folks.
And that's what I kind of alluded to is our national team. We have that Batman and Robin duo. If both
can they play together?
Oh yeah,
you'd love to see it.
I think they could, and I think it.
You'd be foolish to not. Now that we're talking about it, you'd be really foolish to not put both of them on the field. Right?
I think you'd have to.
The next game, I'm guaranteeing we don't see those two on the field together. Just because of the bullshit politics.
And this is why I don't watch US
We should
soccer.
put the
really
best
don't.
players on the field, and it's going to be Gio Reyna and Pulisic. Those should be 1 and 2 behind Weston McKennie, Tyler Adams. By the way, bought Josh Sargent in career mode.
How many times are you going to bring up your career mode?
Dude, you're sleeping, bro.
Bro.
By the way, without soccer, this has been my only fix.
I was about to ask.
See how tightly I'm holding this microphone right now.
Quarantine
I need
does
the
not
career
treat-
mode.
I need soccer.
Get the fuck out of my house. I got my career mode.
But he does really well. He does really well, and Josh Sargent, I think, would be another player that you have to start.
I used to work with this guy that him and I would talk about sports a lot. One Monday morning, him and I are talking. Well, really, he's just talking, and when I worked at a grocery store.
You were kind of listening?
I was kind of listening. I'm unloading a truck. And then I realized, I get up and I'm like, bro, are you talking about your franchise mode in Madden?
See, I don't do that. But if we're on a soccer podcast, I will bring up players here and there. With that being said, I'm going to give my shout out right here.
Go for it.
Jerry Stiller, man. Ben Stiller's dad, rest in peace, just passed away. He was definitely part of my childhood with no cable, whether it was through Seinfeld or King of Queens. Frank, Serenity Now, Festivus, just classic scenes with Seinfeld. My parents raised me on Seinfeld, so Frank Costello, I think is his character name.
Are you a Curb Your Enthusiasm fan?
I never got into it.
Oh, you'd love it.
Never got into it.
You'd love
I
it.
tried watching it.
So good.
It's good? Okay.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
So I know Larry David wrote Seinfeld, but I can't. Some of the episodes where he acts, I'm just like, I
George
can't.
Costanza was based off of
Yeah,
Larry
that's what he
David.
said. George is a great character.
And then, of course, Curb Your Enthusiasm is literally just all Larry David's life.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. Which
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest Seinfeld fan, but I love Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, Seinfeld is genius.
Yeah.
Love that.
So Larry David's so genius that Fox tried to hassle him out of a Seinfeld, or NBC tried to hassle him out of a Seinfeld reunion and lowballed them significantly. So Larry David said no, and not only did he say no, he wrote an entire episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm with a Seinfeld reunion written into.
Oh,
yeah.
That's petty, and I love it.
Dude.
That's totally Larry David. I can see him
Yep.
like, oh man, that's awesome.
He's like, that's what the whole show is with Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's just him being petty as shit.
Yeah.
And he brings back all the fucking Seinfeld
He
people.
brought the whole, and they even do where he writes an episode and they're on set shooting the Seinfeld reunion episode.
Yeah.
So he got 2 episodes out of it. Almost.
Yep. It's
That's
beautiful.
awesome. Well, rest in peace, Jerry Stiller, Ben Stiller's dad.
R.I.P.
I mean, so many movies, so
Was
many
it
TV shows.
92? His natural causes, I heard, Ben say?
Jeez, I don't even see his age here.
Oh my God.
92. Yeah.
92.
I mean, I hope I can live that long. That's a good life.
Man,
That's a good life, man. I'd love to live to 92.
that'd be a whole nother
Especially
episode.
the life that he lived.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you're still functional at 92, I'd do it. If not, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
True. I got to be able to like walk around or at least be in a wheelchair maybe.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to be. I kind of want to be dead before I develop that old person smell.
I was hoping to die tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding.
Apparently, no, I'm not even going to get into it.
Dark joke.
Yeah.
Dark joke.
Booty. Who's your shout out?
I love that shout out, by the way. I love some Geo too, by the way. Speaking of U.S. soccer, dude, I miss soccer so much. I put on fucking USA highlights the other day just to boo them. I mean, I just couldn't. I just couldn't. Like, I was so pissed off. Like, I was just like,
at the TV.
yeah. I was done talking to my wife. I had to see like what stupid lineup Berhalter was pulling out, where they're just gonna fucking play with the ball in the back. Anyway, play with each other's balls in the back. Anyway. Man, I think so. My shout out. I'm gonna start off real quick. I want to give a quick birthday shout out because I did it last time. It's Marcelo's birthday today. Want to give him a quick shout out. He's 30,
And
32.
do you know
today.
Another?
Who else is it today? Is somebody else?
I'm going to check this, but I saw it on Instagram.
Is it Frankie?
May 12th.
Oh, and Frankie De Jong.
Well,
Happy birthday,
Frankie
you
De
young
Jong.
fuck. We got an old fuck and a young fuck.
23
Folk.
years old, Frankie De Jong.
We got old folks and young folks. Congratulations, guys. You are a year older to that wheelchair we were just talking about. But my real shout out today, it's an RIP moment as well. I have to say RIP to my Puma cleats. Today,
Man.
I got them in 2007. They made it through a couple club games with us.
2007.
2007. They lasted that long. They were both taped. I mean, that's all I gotta say.
What's your next pair of cleats?
Ooh.
What are you thinking?
I
What
don't know.
brand? At least go with a brand. What brand you going with here?
I think I'm gonna switch to Nike.
Oh,
Switch to
gross.
I know.
Ah.
I know.
You can get
Booty.
the Jordan cleats.
I'm either gonna do that.
You know what's weird? I'm a huge Ronaldo fan, but I am a much like I follow Adidas more than Nike.
I like
Adidas, yeah.
Adidas.
And Messi is sponsored by Adidas. Ronaldo is sponsored
I
by
did
Nike.
get some Nike running shoes
It's
lately.
the weirdest
but
thing.
I would-
Nike's good for like other shoes, but
I would-
soccer is like
I'd folk with some Predators.
it's not just like Adidas just
You know?
has great cleats.
Yeah,
They
I'd
make
folk with
good
some
cleats.
Predators. All right, okay.
I'll talk
get
you
some
into it.
Predators.
We'll look into it.
Okay.
You know who's really good with cleats? Ryan. But Ryan's gonna make you buy some
The Vapors.
Nikes.
I still remember Ryan's
Ryan
Vapors.
loves Nikes.
He's still gonna yeah, absolutely.
We'll talk. That's exciting news, man.
I know.
Holy
I'm moving
crap.
on. I think I'm gonna bury him in my backyard. Honestly, I don't know what else to do with them. Maybe throw him in Lake Pontchartrain.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
What if we buried him at Marconi?
Viking funeral in Lake Pontchartrain.
Actually, I think that's gonna happen.
Bury him at Marconi.
But they're both taped, and at one point, like, so the front end of them were coming off, so I taped those, and now the side footing that I need to actually directionally pass is gone.
And if
I
you've
can
been
see my
following
foot.
us on social media, you've been following along to the adventure of Booty's cleats.
I know, yeah, and I might throw the last one on. We'll do the funeral. I think we
We'll
should
do a funeral. Let's do a
I
funeral.
think we should.
Yeah.
We'll get a couple people out there. We'll bury them.
We got to make sure you have the new cleats in.
Oh yeah, I can break those in right after burying them.
Hit some bangers.
You know what? I think you should document on our Instagram account. You should document your search for cleats. What you looking for?
That's
in
right.
Cleats.
I
like,
should start
why.
asking.
Yes.
I start asking, what is your favorite
That's
cleats?
brilliant. That's brilliant, lad. We're gonna do it.
I just got the Donnie box. We'll go crazy. Anyway, wife is gonna be so mad. Anyway, we want to thank we want to sincerely thank Russ today for joining us. Man, thank you for sharing that Bundesliga fetish that you have with us. I think that was one of our favorite episodes in a minute. I'll be honest. I think I had
a lot of fun there. Yeah. Very free flowing.
It was very free flowing. We fucked around and falked around. It was very fun.
We're practicing, all right? We'll get it straight for Monday. We'll get it there.
We're gonna get
This
there.
is where practice makes perfect.
Practice makes perfect.
Practice makes Falcon perfect. Say it with me, Booty.
We're gonna do it. Practice makes Falcon perfect.
Falcon
Practice
perfect.
makes
We're not there yet. Let's close it
We're
out.
We're
it out.
close. Public service announcement. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter for the twatters at Footy Fetish Show. Because if you do follow us, then you already know you'll be watching us on Monday. May 18th, 2020, the shittiest year of all time, at 7 p.m. Central. We're going to be live with Chop Productions at the Republic. Hugh, where can these people follow us at?
The stream, I believe, will be at Republic Nola, at Republic Nola on Facebook. We're gonna post it on our social media channels just to verify. But I actually went in and looked to some of their live sets. Incredible,
Sexy.
incredible.
It's
I'll
gonna
pull
be
it up
sexy.
after we close this episode out. Their visual presentation is so cool. Now, granted, we're not going to be that elaborate because we're not doing a live DJ set and smokes and all that stuff. But we're gonna have all the same LED screens, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna try and use those to our best advantage with as many photos and videos and.
We already got
Trying
them
to
ready.
get the Dortmund Bayern game in a few weeks. If that's...
Oh, I got Witzel pictures already ready to go. He does. I have a whole segment on Witzel.
Yeah, we got a Witzel.
Fun fact: do you know who Axel Witzel is named after?
I want to say a rock and roll star.
Eddie Murphy's character in Police Academy movies.
No way.
Yeah.
Is it Axel? That's so cool.
His parents love that movie. He told me that.
Yeah.
That's so
Now
cool.
you like him even more.
Oh my god. I liked him when he was at Zenit.
He's a beast.
Ah, what a player.
Gets hurt falling downstairs.
Yeah.
Is that how he's hurt right now?
Well, yeah.
I mean, during the
Okay.
quarantine, you're
I
either
don't know.
making ramen
I think,
noodles and you
I
burn
think this
yourself.
is a new injury, but
Yeah.
when he was hurt previously, that's what it was.
He's falling down some stairs.
I think it was like he tripped over his kids' toys or something like that.
All right, well,
Jesus.
not
It was like-
totally his fault. but-
Yeah, it was like shit happens.
It's not his fucking fault. Oh.
Shite happens.
Shite happens.
Well, thanks
Shiza.
again. Thanks again, Russ. You filled us in with everything we need because I know Hugh and I follow Bundesliga, but we don't follow it quite like you.
Mm-mm.
I am actually personally a Dortmund fan just because of you. So hats off to you. Appreciate you for coming on.
My pleasure.
It's been fun.
Please come on anytime. Maybe we need to do. I mean, at this point, we need to probably get you on after to follow up, right, with these games.
Before we close out, Russ, you've been learning some German.
Oh boy.
Give us one word, give us a phrase,
Yeah, take your time because we could always edit it. Don't worry.
and you can say whatever you want. We won't even know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
The boy kicks the ball. How would you say
Can you
it?
do that one?
That's a Duolingo sentence right there. I know that.
Der Junge. I don't know.
What about the man drinks water?
Der Mann trinkt Wasser.
Boom.
Boom.
Bundesliga pundit, bring us some German to your ass.
Ich bin ein Berliner. Is it ich or is it ich? Ich bin ein Berliner.
Ish.
We're jelly donuts over here.
Awesome. Love it.
Absolutely. Hey, everybody, we want to thank you for listening. If you made it this far, thank you. To our Footy Fetish shoulders of the Footy Fetish Army, thank you for holding it down for us out there. You keep spreading that word of the balls and the feet, the gospel according to Footy Fetish. It's been the Footy Fetish Show, where the fetish is real and the footy is soccer. And this weekend, it's Bundesliga.